Good morning and welcome to WDEF News 12 this morning. It's an early edition of Celebrity Chef because we are sharing with you a great Hanukkah recipe. Joining us this morning is Allison Lebovitz, and she has brought 3 little helpers with her today. We're going to introduce you to her 3 sons. Thank you guys for coming.
You're welcome.
Hi, Allison. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Tell us who you brought.
Well, this is our oldest, Arthur. He's 10.
Hi, Arthur.
This is Levi. He's 6. And this is Abe, and he's 8.
All right, y'all look at the camera and wave to Dad, who's not here today. Hi, Dad. And we are in the midst of Hanukkah right now.
We are. Luckily, Hanukkah is 8 days, so there's plenty of time to cook this recipe. And we're excited to show you a little bit about our tradition and what we do in our home during this holiday season.
And of course, you've seen Allison all over town. She does a lot of work, philanthropic work around town, and also you see her on WTCI as well. And of course, one of her passions is the Jewish culture, and she's going to share that with us today. First of all, can you tell us what Hanukkah is?
It's about how the Maccabees in this one small village fought against the king's army, and the leader was Judah Maccabee, and they were great warriors, and in the end they beat the king, but when they went back to their temple it was destroyed, and in the end they had 8 days of building it and of celebration, and Judah said these 8 days will be a holiday and it will be called Hanukkah, and Hanukkah means remembrance.
And that is where we get the 8 lights,
yes,
too, that we see on the menorah.
And what happened was when they went to go light the light, they only had enough oil to last one night. And typically back then it took 8 days to make new oil. And so they went ahead and lit the candles, hoping it would last. And a miracle happened. It did last. And that's why we have the miracle of the lights.
And what are we making today as this one of the special foods you guys make? Yes.
We are making latkes, and they represent Hanukkah because they have oil in them, and oil we use to light the lights of Hanukkah.
All right, let's make it, guys, okay?
All right, so this is one of the simplest recipes. I'm all into one bowl recipes. Okay. If I can have one utensil, and let me add, this is exactly how I cook every time, with 3 boys around me in the kitchen. So the ingredients are very simple. We use 2 large potatoes, and make sure they're russet because they don't have as much water in them. 1 small yellow onion. We've got 2 tablespoons of flour, all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of just plain salt, and then we're going to use 2 eggs as well.
Okay.
And what's going to happen is we're going to put all this in here.
Love it.
We're going to fry them up and see what happens.
Okay.
So what I've done already is you can use these potatoes peeled or unpeeled. I prefer to do it peeled because sometimes it gets brown. And I know a lot of times when we're cooking and we start doing things in advance, especially potatoes, start to brown immediately. So one of the tricks is you put it in cold water.
Okay.
And actually I peeled these quite in advance, and you can tell they still have maintained their color, which is great. So we're going to go ahead and start putting these in. And while I do this, I'm going to have Abe start to beat 2 eggs for me.
All right, Abe.
All right. This is about, we say 2 large potatoes. This is about 3 cups, roughly.
And this is going to feed how many when you finish up here?
This will probably make anywhere, depending on how large you make them, about a dozen to a dozen and a half latkes.
Okay, and you make this just during the holiday, right?
We do. You know, it's really a fabulous dish all the time. I prefer to make it only during Hanukkah because my house smells like oil for the next 8 days, so might as well celebrate with the smell. I know you want to do something. All right, why don't Levi, will you take the top off of the onion? We've already
I'll get you some paper
this
towels.
is actually a really easy way with the Cuisinart. All right, hold on 1 second. Don't let those onions make you cry. Hold on 1 second. Can you beat those for me?
Yeah, do that.
All right, we're going to pulse this just for a little bit.
Okay.
And some people like their latkes with a little bit more flakes in them. I prefer mine crunchy on the outside, mushy on the inside.
All right.
So we're going to add a little bit of onion.
Good job. You're doing a good job.
Again, this was like the best wedding present I ever got. I use this for everything. Yes, Lisa. It will. All right, now keep pulsing. How are those eggs coming?
They look pretty good. Put it right there.
All right. So now, once our mixture looks pretty good, kind of looks like mashed potatoes a little bit, we're going to start to add the other ingredients.
All right.
So I'm going to let Abe, can you add those eggs over the top? Excellent. All right,
Perfect.
Levi, why don't you come add the flour?
And how much flour do we have about
We
here?
have 2 tablespoons
Okay.
of flour, really just enough to like keep the mixture together.
Okay.
And then Arthur, why don't you add the salt?
Everybody has to get a turn.
Everybody
I
has
know.
to add
Everybody gets a
something,
turn.
I know.
Good
It's
job.
such an easy recipe. There aren't
There's
enough
not that
steps
much
for
to it,
everybody.
which
I
is
know.
nice.
All right. And some people prefer to take the potatoes out and to do this in a separate bowl. I'm all about how
Put it
many
in one.
fewer things I have to clean later,
right.
the better. All right. And we just pulse that a few more times, and that's it. And so that is your basic mixture. You can tell
Yeah,
by
show us
looking
the
at this.
consistency of that.
There's a few chunks in there, but it's not totally watery, but it's enough, almost like a liquidy oatmeal type of consistency. And what you're going to do, I prefer to use an electric skillet because I think it keeps everything very even when you're frying. So we have lots of oil, as Abe said. That's helped us remember the holiday. So we're going to add just a thin layer into here.
And you just kind of spoon them in just like you would make pancakes,
Exactly.
basically.
So this is going to start to fry if we had the oil hot.
And you guys brought all kinds of stuff to show us while those are cooking that you kind of represent your holiday, right?
We did. What are some of the things we brought? What's over here, Levi?
The dreidel.
And what tell us about the dreidel?
You try to spin it, and there's 4 layers on each side.
Let's put it up here so we can see it.
It's just like a top, except we play games with it.
Right. Well, we want to show the final product, too, because we made some of these earlier. And, boys, I'm going to let you taste them because I know you've been waiting, right? Take a look at this, folks. This is the final product right here that you get. Isn't that pretty? And, of course, what do you eat this with?
Well, some people just like to eat it plain.
Okay.
Some people,
Hold it right there for the camera.
I'm sorry
Good
to say we'll
job.
put ketchup on it. I don't want to say that's, forbidden, but
Some people will put applesauce on it.
yes, we love in our
that's a
tradition
good
to
idea.
put either homemade or fresh applesauce on the side or sour cream on top. Again, this is something that is not restricted to Judaism. This is really something lovely that anybody can make during the holidays or anytime. You can tell they make a great appetizer and
Sure.
make a great side dish. And for us, it's just a wonderful treat. And if we have to eat oil,
Oh, you got it.
okay,
Right, we
so
got
we'll
you.
do
Okay,
it.
let's dish it up, folks. And
All
what do you
right.
guys, boys, what are you going to put on yours?
Why do I look
I'll
like
let
the
you each make one of
smallest?
them, okay? 'Cause
Mommy, I think Levi got bigger than me.
Hold on.
All right, try one of these and you can see how they taste, okay? And I'll try one too because I've never had one of y'all's. We have the recipe for you at Rachel's Recipes. If you want to make these at home yourself, of course you can. Also, you can follow along with our celebrity chef. We're going to have this under Rachel's Celebrity Chefs as well at WDEF.com. And, of course, we're wishing everyone a happy Hanukkah this week. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Rachel,
Thank
so
you.
much.
All right, wait, bye-bye. We'll be back a little bit
Bye-bye.
later, everybody. Thanks for joining us here at WDEF
will?
News 12 this morning. Yeah, we will in a minute.